But just to explain what you see here, again, completely original, known as the bunker. This entire area was sealed off from the rest of the compound, and different things happened here. For one thing, it was a major torture centre, execution centre. The wall back there was an execution wall. The prisoners were simply lined against the wall and shot. Prisoners were tortured where we stand. For example, one of the most common punishments was prisoners would be the whipping block. Prisoners would be flogged on a whipping block, as you see right here, which was often located right there. Or pole hanging, where we stand. They had large poles set into the ground with hooks at the top of the pole. How this worked was the prisoner had their hands chained behind their back at the wrist, and the chain was then hoisted upwards and hung from the hook, so the prisoner was left suspended with their feet above the ground and the entire weight of the body dragging down on their shoulders, which is agonising torture, can actually dislocate the shoulders. Then a prisoner is really in trouble, because if a prisoner was crippled by a punishment and was no longer strong enough to work, prisoners considered not able to work, for example, could be selected for what they called invalid transport. On invalid transport, permanently in a dark room. One thing led to another, to another, to another. Go inside, you'll see that there were torture cells in there. For example, just over there at this end, they had what they called standing cell. A standing cell was an ordinary tiny cell, partitioned, repartitioned. So they created these tiny little cells, in which all a prisoner could do was stand, couldn't even stretch their arms. The door was closed in their face. If you can imagine being locked inside an upright, standing coffin. Give you an idea. And there they could remain for days on end. Psychological as well as physical torture. But when you go inside and you're looking around, you see that it was not just torture cells in there. There were also prisoners held in there, who were held separately from everyone else.